The photocell or photoresistor, or LDR, as it is known by its acronym in English, light-dependent resistance. If we connect any of its terminals to the common terminal of the multimeter, and the other terminal to the resistance measurement terminal, we adjust the selector to measure resistance. We can observe the instantaneous value for the resistance of the LDR, and how it varies when subjected to light. The lower the light, the greater the electrical resistance it will have. And the greater the light, the lower the electrical resistance. The LDR responds to natural light, as well as artificial light generated by a light bulb, in a few tens of milliseconds, as well as responding to highly concentrated light emitters, such as lasers. Because it can concentrate the entire light beam on the receptive surface of the LDR, an even much lower electrical resistance is observed for this type of light, which makes this type of elements usable, in addition to applications for automatic lighting control, detection presence, or intrusion alarms. To test the automatic lighting control functionality, we will use an Arduino-compatible Uno board, a functionality that we usually see in public lighting on the roads or streets of our cities, in which, when natural light decreases to a certain point, it turns on an artificial light. We will connect one terminal of the LDR with the GND pin, or ground of the board, and the other terminal of the LDR with the 5-volt pin of the board through a 4.7 kilo-ohm resistor. Then we connect the union of the LDR and the 4.7K resistor with the analog pin A0 of the Uno board. As an actuating element we will use an LED diode, and we will connect its cathode or negative pin to the GND pin of the Uno board. And we connect the anode or positive pin with the digital pin 7 of the board. Finally, we will connect the board to our computer through a USB cable. To program the functionality, we open our Arduino development environment. If you have not yet installed it on your computer, I leave you in the description the official download link of the Arduino IDE. In the Tool tab, we select the development board that we are using, in my case the Uno board. And we select the COM port, where our operating system recognizes the board connection. In a new sketch, we will start the coding within the void setup method, enabling the board's serial interface, with a transfer speed of 115,200 baud, to be able to transfer the data from the photoresistor reading to the computer, for later observation and analysis. Inside the void loop method, we will take the reading from analog pin 0 of the board, where the divider between the photoresistor and the 4.7K resistor is, and we will store it in a variable called value. This corresponds to the digitization of the voltage signal on pin A0, passing this signal through the analog digital converter ADC, the Atmega microcontroller located on the Uno board, and that, according to its physical conversion resolution of 10 bits, returns 2 to the power of 10 possible values, that is, 1024 possible states, represented in integer digital and numerical values in the microcontroller memory, in a range between 0 and 1023, where the numerical value 0 corresponds to 0 physical volts, and the numerical value 1023 corresponds to 5 physical volts, according to the electrical signal conditioning configured for our photoresistor in the electrical connection diagram used. Then we scale this value variable, in a new floating numerical format range, between 0.00 and 5.00, and store it in a new variable named voltage, evidently representing the magnitude of the physical electrical voltage on pin A0, with respect to ground or GND. We transmit this variable voltage, through the serial interface of the Uno board, to later display it on the computer. And we leave a delay of 100 milliseconds to improve the visual appreciation of the instantaneous variation of the voltage variable. We upload this code to the Uno board with the Upload button. And once loaded, we open the serial monitor tool in the upper right, making sure that the monitor speed is selected the same as the one programmed in the code, 115,200 bauds in this case. And here we can digitally see the representation of the voltage associated with pin A0. This will be my low light condition. It is not totally dark, since I need some light to be able to make this video recording, and in which we can see a voltage slightly higher than 3.5 volts. If we subject it to artificial light, we can see that the voltage decreases considerably, to a value less than 1 volt, and if we remove the light, it returns to its higher voltage state again. In the case of the automatic lighting application, This allows us to delimit this transition with a value that allows us to understand that a condition of low or no luminosity exists, and take an action when this occurs, in this case activate another light source, to through an actuator, in this case represented by an LED diode. To achieve this, in the code after obtaining the voltage variable, we will place an if-type conditional control structure, in which we will evaluate if the voltage is greater than 3.5 volts, and another structure in which we will evaluate when it is less than or equal to this same value. If the first condition is met in which the voltage is greater than 3.5, it will be interpreted as a condition of low or no luminescence, so the actuator LED will turn on. And if the second condition is met, it will be interpreted as a condition where there is enough light, for which the actuator LED will turn off. Inside the void setup method, we will set pin 7 of the board as a digital output to control the LED. We upload this code to the board, and we can see that, in the absence of the main light source, the alternative light of the LED diode will be activated. And in the presence of the main light, the LED diode will remain off. To test the intrusion detection functionality, we will use a 5 mW red point laser diode, and we will connect its negative terminal to GND or ground, and its positive terminal to 5 volts. They can be extracted from the Uno board. For the auditory signal we will use a passive buzzer, and we will mechanically place it between pins 8 and 11 of the Uno board, the latter being the positive pin. Inside the void setup method, we will set pin 8 as a digital output. This will be the negative pin of the buzzer, and we will set a low logic state as its 0 reference. To activate the buzzer sound in a low light condition, that is, at the time when the voltage is greater than 3.5 volts, we will do it using the tone method, with 3 arguments inside the parentheses, the digital pin of the Uno board by where the tone will be generated, in this case pin 11 or positive pin of the buzzer, the frequency that this tone will have, 2000 Hz, and the duration of this tone in milliseconds. And in the high brightness condition, we can indicate the stop of the tone on pin 11, so that the buzzer does not emit any sound. With the laser activated, and pointing directly at the sensitive surface of the photoresistor, we can observe on the serial monitor on our computer that the resulting voltage on pin A0 of the Uno board tends to be very low, on the order of 80 mV, compared to the voltage when the laser is inactive or blocked, generally greater than 3.5 volts. So, we can lower the low illumination detection threshold to a value of, for example, 0.5 volts. We load this program to the board, and we can observe the audible alarm in operation when the laser light beam on the photoresistor is interrupted. And because we lower the threshold for low light detection, we can obtain the same result even in brighter lighting conditions. I leave you this Arduino code in the description of the video. A special greeting from Electronic Spot, and see you in the next video.